Hi! In this video I will compare 5 different location options for the center channel speaker. I will test each location and give you my impressions on how the sound is different between each location. The second option is with the center inside my media cabinet, with a little more tilt. And for the third option is with the center speaker placed higher up, aligned with the left and right. This location is the least practical option since you have to place your TV or projector screen higher up on the wall, so it's not the best solution. And for the fourth option, I'm gonna place it under my media cabinet. And for the final test location, I have placed it behind my acoustically transparent projector screen. It's not the optimal setup, as you can see, but it's just for test purposes. Stay tuned! Okay, I'm gonna play a scene from Deadpool, since this is a good scene to test out the center. There are definitely a lot of punch in the center speaker when it's placed this way. I don't have anything to complain about sound-wise, and center speaker feels matched with the left and right speakers. It also feels like there's more detail in the sound coming from the center. It feels more crisp, but it's not something that you're gonna hear from this YouTube video. You have to be where I'm sitting now. Okay, now I'm gonna place the center speaker inside the cabinet and we'll see how the sound changes. There's definitely a change in the sound when the center speaker is placed this way. It feels like the sound doesn't have as much punch coming from the center as the rest of the speakers, like the left and right. It feels a little disconnected from them. Yeah, sounds a little muffled, and it feels like the center cannot come alive as the way it should be when it's placed on top. Okay, this is option 3. I've placed it a little higher up, so it's aligned with the left and right speaker. And as I've said before, this is not a good location, because then you have to put your TV or projector screen higher up on the wall. But we'll see how this location compares to the first one, where I have placed the center on top of the cabinet with a slight tilt. After listening to this clip again, I cannot make out any difference in sound between this location and when I had the speaker on top with a slight tilt. So option 1 is so far winning this test. Okay, now it's placed under the media cabinet. We'll see how this sounds. Okay, first off, I just want to say that I didn't expect this location to give a great sound. I expected it to sound pretty bad, but I just want to do a test to see how it sounded. My impression is that it sounds a little muted, and I can only guess, but it could be because its direct sound is going straight to the bottom of the sofa, and its sound waves are absorbed by the fabric of the sofa, so it definitely lacks a little punch. Okay, the final test location, behind the acoustically transparent projector screen. Okay, well, this location gives me the same feeling as when I have placed it inside the cabinet. It feels a little muted and it lacks a little power, but overall it sounds okay. Definitely better than when I had it on the floor. Okay, I just wanted to comment further on this setup. As I said, it's not an ideal setup for placing it behind the screen. The projector screen is a little too close to the center speaker, and this can cause some sound waves to reflect back off the screen and then bouncing off the concrete wall, and then also trying to get back to the screen again. So this is probably what happened here and why it sounds a little muted. So if you want to hide your center, the wall needs to be made of a different material, where you can place your center and also treat the inside with a sound absorbing material, like they have done in this picture. And here are their finished solution. Okay, there you have it. And to sum it up, there was no noticeable difference in sound between this location and this one when I had it slightly higher up. And even when I didn't have it tilted, I didn't get the feeling that the sound was lower. When I had the center channel inside the cabinet, there was definitely feeling that it was a little muted and it had lost some of its power. And having the center behind the screen also gave me the same feeling, so these two locations were about the same sound-wise. And this location sounded the worst, not surprisingly. Like the previous locations, it also sounded muted without power, but perhaps even more so since it's placed at such a bad location. So, after all the testing, this location is the best for me. I could place it inside the cabinet if I wanted to give my setup a little more cleaner look, but then I will have to settle for a little quality loss, and I'm not prepared to do that. Okay, well that's it. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you have found it helpful and informative. Where have you placed your center speaker? Are you happy with the results? Please leave a comment and give a thumbs up. Bye!